Hi, everyone. My name is Chris Eyerman, and I lead our innovation lab at Denali, where we help clients with their digital transformation and digital objectives. And it seems as though every client that we're working with today has digital top of mind. In fact, we found in a recent benchmark survey that we performed about 90% of CPOs have digital as a top objective. But interestingly enough, we also found that about 28%, only 28%, are getting all the value that they need out of these initiatives. So I just wanted to share a few thoughts that may help you to think about your digital initiatives and to move them along. First off, we want to think about digital and the mindset that it requires. We're not just talking about digitizing documents or automating a process, but done properly, a digital transformation is about leveraging these new technologies in a way that's going to help us to think differently about how we do procurement and change the game in procurement. Think about your employees as well and the people on your team. We find that a lot of people and employees are concerned about their jobs. What's the impact of digital? How's it going to impact my job? So I think with all this uncertainty, people unsure about what digital is and they're concerned about their jobs, it's really valuable to just get your hands dirty. Let's find a project. Let's fail fast. Let's learn even faster. So let me talk about a few examples in terms of how do we find the right projects to start with. And I think about, first of all, finding something that's going to have an impact and bringing a benefit, as well as something that will be visible, that people they can feel it, they can touch it, they can see the impact that digital has on their lives. But we also want to make sure that we're finding a project that isn't going to have a huge impact in terms of resources, in terms of cost, in terms of impact on the IT organization. So a couple of examples that I think about, RPA, robotic process automation, is a great example. It's a very mature technology to automate parts of a process or processes that are manual, very labor intensive, cut across different systems where people are clicking and opening and sharing data across systems. There are chatbots, digital assistants that we're all familiar with in our day-to-day lives, leveraging those in procurement to help bring value and try to automate information and make it easy to access. I think another example would be anything related to the space of all of your data and analytics, which there's a lot of data that we deal with. So leveraging new technologies to help access that data. It could be contracts that you have in a PDF and in your files, leveraging new technologies to intelligently capture that information that you can then make use of, leveraging advanced technologies like machine learning that can autonomously look at your spend data and auto cleanse and classify that. Lots of intelligent technologies that we have that can help you access, extract, and get information out of your data. One other example I think about is a project where you can try to better optimize your existing technology investments. So your source to contract tools, your procure to pay tools, they may not be optimized in terms of your processes. They may not be getting the adoption that you need. So how can you infuse best practices, improve the configuration to make those important foundational tools more valuable? And lastly, I would think about picking a project that can benefit your business stakeholders. That's such a critical group for procurement in terms of driving the value for the organization. And it's also the essence of design thinking, where we want to approach our stakeholders with empathy, walk a mile in their shoes, think about ways that we can bring these technologies to benefit them and make their life easier. For example, we use a digital assistant that we call PIA, Procurement Intelligent Assistant, that helps to streamline and automate that interface with stakeholders, giving them a simple place where they can come to automate queries, get answers to common questions, or to just help guide them to where they need to buy and navigate the procurement process. So several examples I describe here, and you may have these capabilities in-house, but there's a lot of players that can help you with this. Service providers, technology companies, or startups, lots of organizations that can help with these initiatives, even in a turnkey manner, that can come in and deliver these without great impact to your organization. Finally, I would say that from my experience, when I'm thinking about why organizations are not getting the value, it really comes down to not considering all of the factors around the entire procurement ecosystem. So digital doesn't stand on its own. Digital itself is not an objective. digital is a way to help enable our procurement objectives and get to the value that we need. And so we need to consider the people and the stakeholders, whether it's our business stakeholders, suppliers, our executives in the organization, our processes, our operating model, the talent of our organization. These are all important elements of the ecosystem that are important to making these digital initiatives successful. And the thing I'll leave you with, though, is that the good news is, as a procurement practitioner, you already have what is most important for the success of a digital initiative, which is your domain expertise and your knowledge of procurement. So thank you. Thank you for listening. I hope that you found these tips useful, and please reach out. I'd love to hear from you and talk about this further. Thank you.